Most people tell us when they're installing a solar system, what they really want is to get the highest possible savings for as long as possible with as little hassle as possible. At GI Energy, we really care about making sure that's exactly what you get from your solar system. We've been installing solar since 2011, and if you go back and look at all of our reviews since then, nearly every single one of them is a 5-star review. I think what a lot of people overlook when they're installing solar at home is the fact that there's a strong likelihood they're either going to want to or sometimes need to speak to that installer again in the future. Unfortunately, the average lifespan of a solar company in Australia is only 2.2 years. As I said before, we've been trading since 2011, and during that time, we often have people come back to us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years later for advice on things. The way that we're buying energy and the way we're being charged for energy and the way we're using energy is changing rapidly, more so now than ever. Whether that be through the introduction of electric vehicles into your house, families changing size up or down, or tariff structures changing. Some people are being charged peak demand charges on their bill now and others aren't. Some people have tariffs where they can get free energy at certain times of the day, but then other times they're getting charged a lot more. There's lots of things that always change, and we're there to help when these things change to make sure that first of all your solar system that you have is working properly, but also there may be other things you can do to increase your savings. For example, you might install a smart relay in the future that helps you distribute your power more effectively. As home automation becomes more popular, that might be integrated with your solar system to send power where it's needed, when it's needed. You might need a battery in the future, and you might not need one now. All these little things that you might need a relationship with someone with is exactly what we're there for. No matter how long ago it was that you installed with us, we're going to be there to help. It might also be that you're not sure if your system's working properly or not. And from time to time, even if you install the best equipment, there will be things go wrong with certain things. And that's what we're here for as well. If you have an issue with your solar system, we're going to be here to help. We've got the trading history to back that up, and we're going to be here in the future for you. And that's crucially important when you're choosing your solar installer. We're not just a solar company. Anybody can come and install panels on your roof and an inverter on your wall and send you an invoice. What you're getting with GI Energy is a long-term relationship with effectively an energy management partner for your home. So if you need things in the future, we're going to help you save more.
And he told me, and I said, I've had all sorts of problems trying to, get solar because I just can't understand it. It's too hard to get a handle on it. And he said, it's pretty simple. And he explained it to me, and I couldn't believe actually how simple it was when he explained it. It was easy. They gave me a good price, they explained it, they explained the benefits very clearly, very simply, which is sort of what I was looking for because I couldn't understand why it was complicated with these other companies. And then I signed the form, paid the deposit, and the rest just happened. The installers came in, they were very professional, and they were in and out in no time, and less than a day. And it was seamless. It was only a number of weeks. So.
Here in Kenmore we don't have gas, so I run everything electric. So water heating, the oven, the stove, everything is electric. I think it's definitely value add to the house. If I have a reasonable energy consumption, I'm able to actually really live off the energy I produce here myself, and that feeling is actually quite rewarding. So.
It was exactly as he said, if not better. We're generating 30 kilowatts on a decent average day, which we were quite impressed at. Just a couple days before Energix actually came over to swap the meters over. It was a Saturday morning, not really sunny, but just average sunny. 10:30 in the morning. So what I did was I went around the house, and first I turned on all the ceiling fans, and I just went out to check the meter, and it was going quite fast in reverse. And then I thought, well, the TVs are on, their fridges are still running, everything was running. It was still going backwards. I went in the house, I turned the aircon on because I know that's a big draw. We only had one aircon unit at the time, and that was in the living room. I turned it on, went back outside, and it was still spinning backwards very slightly, but that was all running off solar at 10:30 in the morning. So the meter was still generating electricity for us. I was absolutely blown away. That's when I knew. I thought to myself, the guy's good, whatever he did. So I was very happy with that.
If I would have went with one of those cheaper companies, I'm sure that I would not have got the same attention to detail, the same expertise, the same quality of equipment. That would never happen. So it pays to pay a little bit more and get the best with anything. It doesn't matter what it is, TVs, you name it, that's what it does. Pay a little bit more and get something better, and in the long run, pays for itself.
Energex came to eventually swap the meters over when the panels were installed. And I asked them, I said, what was the quality of the workmanship? And they were blown away. They said, this is one of the best installs we've seen. And it's all top of the line equipment. They've labeled all the switching properly, all the breakers. So I was really, really happy about that.
It's been a faultless system. From the installation right through to now, we have not had a problem at all, and that's what you're looking for. You don't want any issues when it comes to this stuff. You want reliability, quality product, and that's what we've got. Right, with our power bill, we've seen it reduced by about 85%. We're quite excited, and we're thinking very seriously about battery backup at some stage, and when it's proven enough, we believe we'll go with these guys into that field as well.
To our surprise, we didn't expect to make any money out of this. We just wanted to have lower cost of electricity, which is what everybody wants to try and do. But much to our surprise, we have not had or had to pay a bill.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, we now have a credit of $960 odd.
Wow.
So I'm thinking at that rate, this is only in 1 year, that in 3-4 years time, the system's paid for itself.
And you get excited. I have to say, when you're getting money back, it's nice, when you come home after a day and, I was looking at that meter like every day for the first 3 months probably. And then it was like, okay, I don't have any credit, so it's all good. So pretty impressed. Yeah.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Documents, we provide figures for estimated savings on site. These figures are usually what people base their decision on when choosing whether or not to install solar power. Can you tell us what that figure was on that document that you were told you would save, Noel?
Yeah, sure. We were just looking at that before. The savings estimated were about $18,000.
Can you tell us roughly how much you saved in 2019?
Yeah, sure. We were very pleased. Our savings were just over $22,000, so quite a big increase on what our estimates were.
That's absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Great to hear. And since the system was installed, have there ever been any issues or faults with equipment not working as they should?
No problems at all. It's been really trouble-free. The installation was great and we have never had any issues, so very pleased.
I think the amount of solar energy we have in this country, we would just be stupid not to make this the future.
I've got 2 grandchildren. I have to consider what the future will be like for them, and I would like to think that perhaps the world could be a little bit better place to live in.